The Night the Iron Angels Saved Little Lily, a story that will restore your faith in humanity. The rain in Tennessee doesn't just fall, it hammers against the earth, turning deserted country roads into rivers of mud and despair. On one such terrifying night, 7-year-old Lily Carter found herself alone on the side of Highway 42. The wind howled through the pines, masking the sound of her quiet sobs. She had been abandoned there by her stepmother, left to face the elements while her father, Roy, was hundreds of miles away driving his truck. To a child that age, the world had suddenly become a cold, dark, and frightening place. Lily huddled under a thin jacket, shivering violently as headlights cut through the storm. But these weren't the comforting lights of a family sedan. It was a roar, a deafening, rumbling thunder that shook the ground. Emerging from the darkness was a phalanx of 70 motorcycles riding in perfect formation. They were the night bikers, a group often misunderstood by society, clad in leather and steel, their faces hidden behind helmets and bandanas. To most, they looked like outlaws. To Lily, they looked like giants approaching in the storm. The lead rider, a massive man named Merritt, spotted the small figure huddled in the ditch. He signaled the group, and instantly 70 engines cut out simultaneously. The silence that followed was heavier than the noise. Dale dismounted, his heavy boots crunching on the wet gravel. As he approached, Lily flinched, expecting the worst. But what happened next left everyone who heard the story speechless. Instead of intimidation, there was immediate, gentle care. Dale knelt in the mud, bringing himself eye level with the trembling girl. "You're safe now, little one," he rumbled, his voice surprisingly soft beneath the gruff exterior. Within seconds, the bikers transformed from a scary gang into a wall of protection. They formed a tight circle around Lily, blocking the biting wind and the prying eyes of the empty road. One biker, Hank, rushed to his saddlebag and returned with dry snacks and a bright yellow poncho, which he draped carefully over her shoulders. For an hour, these hardened men sat in the rain with a stranger's child. They didn't just wait, they connected. Lily, feeling the warmth of their presence, opened up. She spoke of her mother who had passed away, of her daddy who was always working, and of the stepmother who had left her behind. Dale held her hand, listening intently, promising her that no one would ever hurt her again tonight. When the local deputy finally arrived, sirens wailing, he was stunned by the scene. There, in the middle of a torrential downpour, stood 70 bikers acting as a human shield for a crying 7-year-old. The deputy facilitated a tearful phone call between Lily and her father, Roy. Hearing her voice, Roy broke down, thanking the dispatcher and asking who was with her. When told it was a motorcycle club, he wept with relief. Social worker Brenda Cowell arrived shortly after to take Lily to a safe shelter. As she guided the girl toward the car, the bikers didn't just fade away. They lined the road, removing their helmets to show their faces, nodding respectfully as Lily passed. It was a silent vow, "We are watching over you." But the story didn't end when the storm cleared. The next morning, Roy returned home frantic and grateful. He expected the nightmare to be over, but the bikers had one more surprise. The following day, the same group returned to Roy's driveway. This time, they weren't there for a rescue, they were there for a reunion. Dale handed Lily a large, soft, stuffed bear, and other members unloaded bags of groceries and essentials for the family. They stayed for coffee, ensuring Roy knew he had a community backing him up. 3 months later, the legal battles were won. Roy obtained a protective order against the stepmother, securing Lily's future. Yet the bikers never forgot. They continued to call, checking in on Lily, sending birthday cards, and reminding her that she was loved. They proved that kindness isn't about what you wear or what you ride. It's about what you do when no one else is looking. In a world that often judges books by their covers, the night bikers taught us that true heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear leather and ride Harleys. Their actions remind us that compassion has no uniform, and that even in the darkest storms, there are people willing to be the light. If this story touched your heart and restored your belief in second chances and the goodness of strangers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us spread hope to millions of people around the globe. Let us know in the comments, where are you watching from? We read every single one. Together, let's keep the spirit of kindness alive. Thanks for watching.